really call it second place. We have a blue, red, white, and yellow ribbon in order of the tier. Obviously, the blue ribbon is first. The yellow ribbon is an honorable mention. Gene Hall in the animal category, Waiting on Mom, this excellent photograph. 1A red ribbon, as you can see, red ribbon. Susan Hitch, great name on the non-union cameraman. Very aptly named image. One white ribbon on that one. Helena Rowe, Battle for Bounty, that was an honorable mention. Nathan Pavage, Cypress Concert, also an honorable mention. And Liz Pierce, Praying for Honey.
Okay, you want to get ribbons and we'll take a photo? Nancy, be there photographer?
These ribbons are all by name, so I don't, that's too many in there. You'll be here all night. Why don't we just present them as a total at the end?
A total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody will step up at that point.
All right, so then the next line is irrelevant.
Next is color category. This usually is one of the most widely entered, but this year, with the addition of animals as a category, prior to that, most of the animals went into the color category. So stripping the animals out of the color category, the number of entries went down somewhat. But this first image by Linda Caden, this less light, blue ribbon on that, and we looked at this image in a critique that we had, and there was, I don't know whether minor changes were made, but in looking at this image, what we discussed at that point was changed also, and it just made a very subtle difference that was very evident when you look at this, particularly on the screen in large. A lot of the darker areas in the immediate forefront were somewhat lightened that just put a small tint of a change in it that we think made a big difference. Linda also, apricot jam, that was a red ribbon. Susan Hitch, red, white, and blue. It's a tough photograph to shoot because you're in a really weird lighting condition in these performance arenas, and you've got that background light that sometimes so much interferes with it. Susan was able to capture all of this and get the color. It's perfect on it. Cindy Merrill, the Model T plant at Sunrise. We were there. This is plant. I believe this has been torn down now. I think it's gone.
It's gone.
This was on the river down under the bridge that I can't ever remember the name of all those bridges.
Matthews.
We had a number of outings there, usually at sunrise, and this is one of the ones that was taken. This was taken from the outside looking in. Most of the images we've seen before were the inside looking out. Very well done by Cindy. Gene Hull put this kind of, we looked at this image earlier, and everybody looked at it, Gene, and said, what is it? How did you do it? And it doesn't matter. It's just a great color image. And I'm sure she can tell you how she did it. She started explaining to us at the critique, and we still don't know. But it was a wonderful color image, wonderful capture of the color image. Cindy Merrill, Reflected Majesties, and Cindy Merrill is still shooting.
That's Liz. The one before.
Liz. That's me, Liz. That's mine.
You said Cindy.
That's Liz.
Oh, that's Liz Pierce. It's not the first mistake I've made today, but hopefully it'll be the last. Wonderful shot, Liz. Cindy Merrill is still standing. There's Cindy. Cindy has re-entered this image in a couple of different forms. We've looked at this before. We looked at it in black and white. We looked at it expanded more, and she still re-enters it, as you can do, in a different format and a different framing on it, and continues to win. Creative category. This is one of the lesser entered. As time goes on, I think that's expanding more because a lot of us are learning to do intentional camera movement that One of our members teaches us very well. So we look at the first one, Helen Moreau, flaming foliage. We had an outing 2 years ago up at George Harris, I think it's George Harris State Park in Georgia. And we've seen a lot of these cypress tree images in the fall. It was a wonderful outing, a wonderful time to be there. The color was spectacular for 2 days that we were there. And this is just another winning image from that outing. Well done, Helen. And it's also the double exposure, I believe. And that's something we haven't seen a lot of in the club yet. But it was well done. Documentary category. This is a category that somewhat changed this year. Anytime you shoot a documentary, the image, the technical aspect of the image is necessary, but the real aspect on documentary images is the story that you can ascertain. You can envision the story from the image that you look at. The other thing that changed in this is in a documentary images now, it also has to be involved where the subject of the image is a person. We don't have a documentary image that would be a landscape or something like that. They all have to be people involved in it. And Nancy Flynn, cowboy of old, with one of her very fine portraits, well done in black and white. Great tonal separation. Nicely done, Nancy. And Patricia Botero with a rodeo shot. And again, you can look at this and you look at it up close and you see the facial the image of the guy riding that little cow, and you wonder what the story is there. Is this like the first time you ever did this? You had to start out on the junior size bull or to capture it? No, you can get take a lot from it in terms of being a documentary image. So well done again, honorable mention for Patricia Botero. The interpretive category. This was a category that F3C decided to put in place a few years ago when everybody started understanding how to use Lightroom and how to take a color image or a monochrome image and start using the assets to change the original document or the way the camera presented the original image on the document. So there was a lot of thought that these images were starting to look, the term I've heard used, and I think it's well done, is overbaked. Too much color, too much sharpness, just not a valid look at what the image, what the camera sensor actually saw and threw out in its first image. So we come up with the interpretive category, and it's really a step up or an adjunct category to color or monochrome. And this is Patricia Botero again, Blue Veil of Vision. This shot I believe is Okefenokee at sunrise that we cruised was done up there, and it was just her interpretation of both the sky and the reflection of the sky in the swamp itself that pushed this by her into the interpretive category.
The day? That's fine.
Pardon?
That's fine.
That's yours.
That wasn't on me. Sorry, no. That's okay. I should say.
How did that happen?
That's
It's not on me. Oh, it's not on me. Is that your first today?
No.
Congratulations, Ellen.
Okay, not me. Okay, the last category we have tonight is mono, the winners. And Liz, Nature's Architecture. Well done. Nice total separation.
That's mine too, by the way.
Lots of And that's it for the mono category. 10 members with other clubs. We have cross-pollination in our club. We have members here who are members of St. Augustine's Club. We have members here who are also members of Jacksonville Camera Club. And those people also enter in the F3C contest and were awarded ribbons for that. We wanted to note that here because these are our members. This is a Florida State competition, so it's really not, it's not a Beaches Club membership, but these images were all entered in other clubs.
There's a slide before that's only half of them. Other way.
I don't know how we'll indicate, oh, TikTok, that's, we're jumping into that. Anyways, we just wanted to note the successes that our other members had. Yeah. So, there we are. And some of you are sitting here this evening, these are all well-done images also. And as members of the club, we just wanted to note it at that time. So,
Yeah.
let's see that.